Are you a woman over 40 struggling with annoying, frustrating, discouraging knee pain? Have you started to give up because you don't think anything is going to help your knee pain? Well, don't give up. I get it. I've been there. I had knee pain for years and years. And you know what really helped me? Yoga. Yes, yoga really helped me to get rid of my knee pain almost completely. So today I'm going to share with you how yoga can help your knee pain, and I'm also going to share a few things not to do in yoga class that will also protect your knees. So hop on your mat and let's get started. But before we get going, in case you don't know me, I'm Karin from Karin Yoga Life. I'm a certified yoga teacher and wellness coach. And if you like this video, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. I'd really appreciate it. All right, so let's get going. Hop on your mat. So we're going to talk about, first of all, how yoga can help your knee pain. So if you have knee pain, there are 3 super important things that you need to be doing as much as you can. Number 1 is strengthening the muscles around your knees. So that's all these muscles here, your thighs or your quads, your hamstrings, your outer thighs, your inner thighs, even your calves, your feet, and your core. All of these muscles contribute to stabilizing your knees. So the stronger those muscles are, the better your knees will feel, the less pressure you'll put on your knees, and the more you will feel strong, stable, and with less knee pain. So that's the first thing. The second thing is you want to be gently stretching the muscles around your knees. So again, those are the same muscles, all these muscles here that support the knees, the hips, even the ankles and the feet. So you want to be gently stretching those muscles. And then third of all, you want to be gently moving the knee joint in the ways that are safe for the knee to move. So those are 3 things that you need to be doing in order to relieve your knee pain. And guess what? Yoga does all 3 of those things. Seriously, yoga does all 3. It gently strengthens the muscles, it gently stretches the muscles, and it also gently moves the knee joint in ways that are safe for you. So I'm going to show you 3 yoga poses that are going to be great for strengthening the legs, strengthening the knees to help you to relieve your knee pain. The first one is Warrior 2. Super simple, anybody can do it. So it's a standing pose. You're just going to come to standing. You can bring the hands on the hips to start, and you're going to open your feet fairly wide. So you want to open your feet into a straddle position with the toes pointing forward. Again, pretty wide. If you open your arms, you want your wrists more or less over your ankles. So we're here. If this is too wide, just come to a position that's stable for you. So from here, you're going to keep your arms extended. You're going to turn your right foot out. So you're turning out from the hip so that the right foot is facing the short edge of your mat. Or if you don't have a mat, you're just lining up the heel of your front foot with the middle of your back foot. So this will create a nice stable base for yourself. So standing poses strengthen the whole body pretty much, the legs and the core. And then from here, you're just going to bend this right knee. So you want to bend the right knee so that it's tracking right down the middle of the foot. It's not falling in, and the knee is not forward of the ankle. You see how my knee is forward of my ankle here? If this is happening to you, you need to walk your foot out a little bit more. Walk your foot out so the knee is right over your ankle. Stretch out your arms. This is Warrior 2 pose. You want to be pressing into the feet, especially the outer edge of the back foot. You're going to start feeling those legs working. And we're going to hold it here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. Straighten the knee, bring the arms down, and we got to do the other side because we got 2 legs, right? Okay, so let's turn around. You're going to pivot the feet to face forward, line up the toes again to set up your alignment because alignment is really important for the knees in yoga. And you're turning out your left foot now from the hip. So you're turning out the whole leg so that the knee is in line with your ankle. Stretch out your arms, and you're bending that left knee. Now you see how my knee has gone way past my ankle. I need to walk my foot out so that the knee is right over the ankle, or it can be behind. This is fine. Doesn't have to be low. Stretch out the arms, and you're pressing into the feet. You have a nice strong core also, so engage the core, pull the belly in, strong arms. This is warrior two. So awesome for our legs, for our knees. We're staying here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Bring the hands down, straighten the leg, bring the feet back to parallel, and just walk them back together, toe, heel, toe, heel. So that's the first pose that I really like for strengthening the legs, strengthening the knees, and if you do it consistently, it will definitely help your knees to feel better. I want you to try it and let me know if you have any questions about it or how it feels for you. All right, so the second pose is called chair pose. Also focuses on strengthening the legs, strengthening the core. So again, super simple. You're gonna start with your feet about hip width apart. So the ankles, knees, hips all in one line, like so. You can actually also have the feet all the way together if that feels stable for you, or the big toes touching the heels a little bit apart. But I like to have my feet a little bit wider so that I feel nice and stable, but hip width apart. So hip bones, knees, ankles, all in one line. Again, alignment, super important. So we're here. This is mountain pose. I'm gonna turn sideways so you can see what I'm doing. So we're here in our mountain pose. We're gonna inhale the arms up. Nice tall spine, nice straight back. Pull your belly in, inhale, and just sit back as if you're sitting in a chair. You can bring your arms down to your shoulders. And we're here. So again, look down at your knees. You don't want them coming in towards each other. You want them going right down the center of your feet. So we're holding here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's just take a quick peek at our toes. We want to be able to see our toes here. We want to keep the natural curves of our back so we're not sticking our butt out. And then bring the arms up overhead, and then bring the arms down. So that's chair pose, super simple, great for strengthening the legs and the core. And then the last pose is goddess pose, again for the legs, but also works lots of different things. So we're gonna come back to that straddle position that we started with. But this time, your feet are pointing out. So you see my toes are pointed out. You can bring the hands onto the hips. So we're here, inhale, and we're gonna bend the knees. Simple, doesn't have to be a big bend, just go to where you feel comfortable. If it doesn't feel right, please come out of it. And again, here you wanna think about alignment. You wanna be pulling the knees back, so don't let them fall in. You're pulling the knees back as much as you can. You're lifting the chest, so you're not tipping forward like this. And you can keep your hands on your hips. You can bring your hands together. This is goddess pose, awesome for your legs. Do you start feeling something in your quads yet? I know I do. So we're strengthening those legs. Let's hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we're going to straighten the legs, bring the hands down, and just bring the feet back together. Okay, so those are 3 poses that are great for strengthening the legs, strengthening the knees, stabilizing the knees, and moving them in a way that is healthy for your knees. So I wanted to talk about 3 things not to do in yoga class for your knees. So the first thing, and I mentioned it already, is to be Always aware of your alignment. You want to be aware of your alignment. So again, let me show you in Warrior 2. If we're going to do Warrior 2, we start with parallel, turn the leg out, bend the knee. Now, really important, knee facing or in alignment with the middle of your foot. So if you notice the knee coming in, this is twisting the knee. It's out of alignment with your hip and your ankle. You want to pull this knee back so that when you look down, your knee is right down, tracking right down the center of your foot. So that's the first thing that's really important, is alignment of your knees. And again, I can show you in chair pose. We want to be here. When you sit back in chair pose, knees coming straight down the middle of your foot. So you notice that you're doing this. If you notice your knees coming together like this, that's no. We want to have the knees coming straight down the middle of your foot. So again, alignment. So if you're not thinking about alignment, or if your alignment is off, you don't want to be doing that. That can actually put too much pressure on your knee and make your knee pain worse. So thing number one not to do is to be not thinking about your alignment. The second thing is, and I also just mentioned it, twisting the knee. The knee is meant to move pretty much in this direction. It's a hinge joint. You're just going back and forward. Doesn't really like to move this way too much. I mean, a little bit, but not a lot. So if you find that you're in Warrior 2 again, let's use Warrior 2 as our example. If you're here and the knee is falling forward like this, I'm twisting my knee right now. I feel it. This does not feel good. I'm twisting my knee. So no to twisting the knee. You want to keep the alignment. You want to keep it from being twisted. And there are other positions where you might twist your knee, so you got to be aware of what's going on. And so you want to keep the knee in alignment without twisting. So that's the second thing, second no that you want to be thinking about in yoga. So no twisting of the knee. And then the last thing, which is probably the most important thing because it kind of sums up everything, is if something is really hurting, like if you move into the position and you feel a sharp pain in the knee, or you feel like, oh my goodness, OMG, this is not working for my knees. It's making me, it's making my pain worse. It feels terrible. Come out of it. Please come out of it. It's really not about moving into pain. We want to feel like we're working. Yes, we are working. We're strengthening the muscles, but it's not about moving into pain. You don't want to be feeling pain. You want to feel like you are actually doing something good for yourself. So just to recap, 3 poses that are really great for the knees: Warrior 2, Goddess pose, and chair pose. Strengthens the legs, gently stretches, and also adds some movement. Then we have 3 no-nos: no twisting, no out of alignment poses, and no moving into pain. So I hope this was helpful. If you have any questions at all, please leave them in the comments. And please try them and let me know how they feel for you. And if you want me to do any other videos on this subject, please also leave me a comment. And again, if you like this video, please, I really appreciate if you'd subscribe and hit the like button. So that's all for today. Thanks so much for being here. I really appreciate it. And I'll see you again soon. Hope this helped.